Welcome everyone, my name is Ron Reed with Aviatrix, the cloud-native security fabric company. In this walkthrough, I'll demonstrate how to perform an egress security assessment using Aviatrix PAS. We'll cover onboarding an Azure account, retrieving VNet details via API, and identifying which VNets are configured to allow a default route to the internet. Securing cloud workloads begins with visibility, understanding what's protected and what remains exposed. Unlike traditional data centers with defined boundaries, the cloud perimeter is dynamic and distributed, as you see here. Aviatrix's cloud-native security fabric addresses this challenge by embedding a real-time, frictionless, policy-driven enforcement layer directly into the cloud fabric itself, eliminating the need for bolt-on solutions. So, why focus on identifying VNets with the default route to the internet? Because these routes represent a critical security risk. Without proper controls, they can expose workloads to external threats, making it essential to detect and secure them as part of our perimeter defense strategy. There are 4 reasons we need to control the perimeter and default routes. Number 1 is minimizing exposure. A default route to the internet allows any traffic not explicitly routed elsewhere to go out to the public internet. This can expose internal systems to external threats. Regulatory compliance. Industries like finance, healthcare, and government often have strict handling and access policies for their data. Blocking default internet access helps enforce compliance. Traffic control and monitoring. Without a default route, administrators can define specific routes for only the destinations that are allowed, ensuring tighter control over traffic flow. It's easier to monitor and audit the traffic when only the approved paths are used. And last, preventing data leakage or data loss prevention. Preventing a default route helps ensure that sensitive data doesn't accidentally or maliciously leave the network. Alright, now let me show you how to provision your tenant on the Aviatrix PAS platform. You're going to go to aviatrix.com. In the home page here, you'll see a little tab right here that says Free Security Assessment. Click on that. You'll see another tab that says Free Security Assessment here, and click Try It Now. And what you're going to do here is you're going to subscribe to the Aviatrix PAS platform using your Azure Marketplace account that you have. Click Get It Now and enter your information here. Once you go through the steps of subscribing to the Aviatrix platform, your Aviatrix tenant will be provisioned and ready to go. You'll log into the central Aviatrix controller, your single pane of glass for managing your entire cloud network. If you need more details on the steps for this, go to docs.aviatrix.com and you can read about the details for onboarding cloud accounts here. After subscribing to the PAS platform, you need to connect your cloud accounts with the Aviatrix platform. When your cloud account is onboarded, Aviatrix platform can discover and monitor your assets in your Azure network. Alright, now that your tenant is provisioned, let's log into the Aviatrix PAS controller. Enter the account you subscribed with in Azure Marketplace. Click Sign In. The first step is to securely connecting your cloud accounts. From the controller, we simply navigate to the Cloud Resources tab, and then Cloud Accounts. And here you can add your desired cloud accounts. Aviatrix will begin using secure least privilege API access. No agents needed in your applications or infrastructure to pull the data from. This process is quick and easy and establishes the necessary permissions for Aviatrix to discover your existing environment and deploy network services on your behalf. Once your account is connected, we can begin onboarding your cloud network environments. Aviatrix automatically discovers your existing environment. As you can see here, I have onboarded an AWS account and an Azure account. I have 5 VNets and 5 VPCs in my environment. If I come down to the security tab, which is what we're going to want to see as our egress, in the egress page, you have a central place to manage and monitor outbound traffic from your Aviatrix connected VPCs, VNets, along with information about their egress security status managed by Aviatrix. From this view, you can see which environments have egress security policies configured and which ones don't. This view provides a unique capability to assess your environment's effectiveness for egress security. Let's start on the right. On the right, you have VPCs and VNets and the status that they are listed in. There are 6 status qualifications. The first one is unprotected. So you see here we have 3 unprotected, which means no enforced default denied to the internet. Partially protected means there's a default allowed to the internet with some blocking rules. Monitored means there's no enforced default denied to the internet, but logging is enabled. Protected means default denied to the internet, No egress means there's VPCs, VNets that are private and does not have a route table entry to the internet. Unknown means there's VPCs and VNets that have a route to the internet, but the destination is not a native egress point. So based on information, on the left, we're going to use what's called an egress security score. The score is a powerful metric rated from 0 to 100 that provides an objective assessment of how well your Aviatrix egress configuration is protecting a VPC or VNet. Think of it like a health score for your outbound traffic controls. A higher score means your Aviatrix configuration aligns better with egress security best practices and provides stronger protection. A score of 100 indicates an optimal Aviatrix configuration is in place for that environment. The egress security score is calculated based on information and multiple factors related to how you configure and use Aviatrix's egress capabilities for that VPC. It considers aspects like egress NAT, the type of coverage or FQDN filtering that you have applied, geo-blocking to restrict access to risky regions, the configuration of trusted domain lists, and other relevant security settings managed through the Aviatrix controller. The score is not just a scan for vulnerabilities, it is an assessment of your active Aviatrix egress controls. Each implemented and correctly configured security feature contributes points toward the total score. If a factor is missing or not configured, it reduces the score. So what does this score mean for you? The egress security score helps you do more than just watch traffic. It gives you tools to manage and measure how well your outbound security rules are working all within your cloud security platform. It's a smart way to boost your security and lower the risk from outgoing traffic. So in order to understand what is going on in this environment, I want to cover something real quick. The security assessment starts with unprotected environments. We onboarded your VPCs and VNets, and we simply saw which had a default route to the internet. The next phase would be to do an onboarding of an Aviatrix gateway in those environments, so we can start collecting data. And then we'll want to do a monitoring mode so we can start collecting more data and seeing which IP addresses, URLs are going on within that VPC and VNet. And last, you could put Aviatrix inline actually doing protecting in those VPCs and VNets. So let's go back to the tab and look at Analyze. Once the Aviatrix gateways are in place, you can start seeing the top egress rules that are hit, top source IPs, the top domains, and of course the top destinations over here as well. Then you can adjust the time periods that you want to see that on. So if you want to see these last 7 days or the last 30 days or create customs, you can do that as well. You can even choose what traffic you want to see. All traffic permitted, denied, or watched. And then you can choose specific VPCs if you'd like. You can choose top 3, top 5, or top 10 in there. Last tab is the protected VPC VNets. Then you can sort by status right here and see which ones are in which status of the VPC's VNets. You can see what cloud, what region they're in, and IP CIDRs in those VPCs or VNets. What's nice is there's a recommended action right here. So if you start out with unprotected, the next phase would be to go to monitoring or onboard based on that VPC or VNet that you have. So by easily onboarding your environments and leveraging features like egress security score, Aviatrix empowers you to gain control and confidence in your cloud security. With this foundational visibility, you are empowered to make informed decisions. From here, Aviatrix provides the building blocks to implement active security controls starting with visibility. Aviatrix simplifies cloud security starting with easy onboarding and powerful, non-disruptive passive monitoring. Gain the visibility you need to secure your cloud network today. To learn more, request a personalized demo, or start your Aviatrix journey, visit aviatrix.com.